Hey guys, welcome to No Filters, Just Freedom, the show for people who are ready to stop shrinking, start rising, and live with unapologetic audacity. My name is Jasmine, I'm a life coach, and I'm here to guide us all through this journey of bold, authentic living. Hello, and welcome back to No Filters, the podcast that is like a supportive friend, but with a better microphone and less emotional baggage. Okay, let's get honest. How many of you are listening to this while pretending to work? How many have one headphone in while sort of scrubbing a spreadsheet or sending an email? And then, most importantly, how many of y'all are ready to stop feeling like a sentient to-do list? If this is resonating with you, you're in the right place. Today, we're talking about one of the most talked about and frankly most frustrating concepts in modern life: work-life balance. We're sold this idea that if life is on a scale, and on one side there's work, and on the other side there's life, and they're supposed to be in perfect, serene balance. We've all seen the ads, the smiling person in the suit, effortlessly holding a briefcase in one hand, knowing that they've already closed 3 deals and meditated for an hour. It looks so peaceful, balanced. Meanwhile, our lives look more like the meme where everything is on fire and the caption is, "This is fine." The problem isn't you. The problem is the metaphor. So I'm going to make a bold statement here. Work-life balance is a lie. Yes, I'll say it again. Work-life balance is a lie. Life isn't a scale, an idea we can perfectly split our time 50-50 between work and life. This idea of a perfect static equilibrium is a setup. It's an impossible standard that makes us feel inadequate. So think of life more like a juggling act, and we're going to move from balance to controlled chaos. We're striving for something more realistic and powerful: work-life harmony. And harmony isn't just about equal time, but rather fluid, dynamic integration where both work and life can coexist without constant conflict. It's about creating a system that works for you, not the rest of the world. Together we can build a sort of fix-it kit for your sanity and offer a game plan that doesn't require you to get a life coaching certification like me. So does that sound good? Great. So let's first look at 3 pillars that can help you not lose your mind and help create harmony. The first pillar is ruthless boundaries. Okay, this is the main foundation. This is one big pillar. In a world that we have right at our fingertips, the fight is actually for our attention. All right, where are we putting our attention? Is it in our phone? Is it in our emails? Is it in our to-do list? Is it in laundry? Where are we putting it? Because the truth is, being always available is a recipe for burnout. Anytime somebody can ask you, "Can you do this for me? And can you do that for me?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, I can fit it in the schedule. Sure, I can make that happen. Oh, sure." You're just asking to burn out. You're just asking to have nothing left at the end of the day. And there's no way that in that burnout you can actually find peace and balance. It's not possible. And when you do this ruthless boundary, you don't have to be a jerk. Just clear and consistent. And here are 2 helpful boundaries that you can look into and have in your life. First, you can have actual tech boundaries. And this is a big deal because the world is at our fingertips in our phone. Technology is low-hanging fruit that can be the most difficult. It is everywhere we look. When we wake up, we go to sleep, when we're hanging out, when we're walking, when we're doing everything, technology is right there. So you're going to want to turn off all non-essential notifications and try to use Do Not Disturb after a certain hour. When I started using my Do Not Disturb after like 8 p.m., oh my gosh, it changed my life. Of course, I have a list of people that can actually contact me when it's of the utmost importance, but everybody else, absolutely not. And it's absolutely glorious. I don't have to worry about that email. I don't have to worry about that text message. I don't have to worry about whatever random notification is going to happen during my time to shut down. I'm completely done with the world if it's not my child and my husband by 8. I don't want no parts of it. Okay? And so that is a really healthy boundary I created. You end up creating a physical end to your workday. It's an actual, I'm not physically doing anything else. And then the second helpful boundary is a time boundary. Define your work hours and then communicate them. Hey, I work from 9 to 5. If you send me an email at 5:45, I'm not reading it till tomorrow. That may seem like a jerk to people. It may be like, I don't understand, this is ridiculous, but it's just another way of saying that you do not get to siphon my outside time. That's the boundary. You do not get to take from what is not yours to take. If you work from home, have a genuine log off time and then stick to it. Hey, I work from home, but I am done at this time, okay? And it doesn't matter. I'm locking up I'm doing whatever I need to do because I'm out. And responding outside of these times actually tells others that you have no life and are therefore always at their call, which is not true. All of us have something to do outside of work. Every single one of us. It's just something that you have to do. And again, sometimes these time boundaries look a little different, look a little weird. When I do this podcast, I have to do it when my kid is asleep. So if she takes a great nap, awesome, I could do it in the middle of the day. If not, I'm going to be up late at night recording. So what I do to make space for the night recording is that I just don't do a chunk of work in the middle of the day. I just don't. Instead of having the 2 hours from 9 to 11 that I would normally be free, I carve out 2 hours between 1 and 3 and I do what I want to do. And I create that harmony and I create that peace and that time boundary. And I do nothing between 1 and 3. So again, I say, lock up your work, throw it in boundary jail, and it doesn't have to come out until you tell it because you're the warden with the power and the key. There's nobody else that's demanding what you do with your time except for you. Pillar 1 is about protecting your personal space. But as we move to pillar 2, that's about what you do in that space. Okay, so second pillar is energy management, not time management, energy management. We're obsessed with time management, cramming more and more into every hour. We're always like, oh yeah, and if I do it like this, and if I could pull that out, and then I could be super productive. But the truth is, time is a finite resource. You only have but so much time. There are only 60 minutes in an hour. There's only but 24 hours in a day. Time is moving no matter if you like it, and what you have is what you have. But you can't create more time, but you can manage the energy you spend within that time, okay? We need to treat our energy like it's something important to us, like we're gonna protect it. Instead, we like to treat our energy like it's a bottomless mimosa and it'll just keep on getting refilled. We keep pouring and we keep pouring until we're emotionally hungover and wondering where it all went, instead of treating it like it's something that's precious. We just keep going and, oh, I have more to give, and oh, I have more to give, oh, I have more to give. And then you don't realize that your cup is actually empty and nothing else is coming to the table to refill it. So it's things like if we end up with a free day, we can't enjoy it because we're mentally and emotionally exhausted. What am I supposed to do during my free Saturday that I could be doing what I love? I can't. I just want to lay in bed and close my eyes all day because I'm sleep deprived and I didn't sleep during the week because I siphoned all of my energy. We are not a machine, okay? That's not how humans are. Humans are not machines that don't need sleep. So ask yourself, when am I at my best? Okay? Is that a morning thing or is it a night thing? Schedule deep and hard work during your high energy times. It's part of the reason why I don't mind recording or creating videos or doing whatever I need to do, writing outlines at night. I personally am a night owl. My brain is functioning. I am up. I am good. Now, I have a child, so I've had to learn how to go to bed. So I have to be diligent about how late I'm up at night. But I can be really, really productive and do it at a high efficiency at night. In the morning, though, there is nothing I can do first thing in the morning. I make breakfast for my kid and I try to remember to put clothes on. That's all I got for you before 10, 11 a.m. I'll have it. So I have to do deep, hard work during my high energy time. And then I save the boring tasks for when my brain has already clocked out. Okay, oh, I can do this. Oh, I can fold laundry. Folding laundry is annoying, but it doesn't require a single brain cell. Do it in the morning, you know? It's crucial to save time for activities that give you energy. All right. For me, I love spending time with friends. I love spending time with my spouse. I love spending time doing fun things, even if it's simply a video game or whatever else, or watching a movie. And I need to save time for those things because they fill my energy up. So even when something else is siphoning it, I'm getting it in other areas, okay? Because you cannot pour from an empty cup. You have nothing left to give if nothing's pouring into you. So you have to fill your time appropriately. Pillar 2 is about what you do in the empty space you've created. And the last pillar is the mental shift that makes the first 2 pillars possible, okay? The final pillar is define your enough. Now, we talked about good enough in the last episode, okay? We talked about what it means to not have to be perfect, because perfectionism is the enemy of progress. Okay, you are constantly striving to get this other stuff done, and then you're not creative at all. Then you're constantly missing out on what could be great or what could be good for you because you're always trying to make it tier 10, and then you've lost all of your energy. Okay, so we have to be radically honest with ourselves and embrace the beautiful, liberating power of it's good enough. So ask yourself, have I done enough to move to the next thing? Have I done enough where my needle moved even a little bit today? Good enough is the permission you give yourself to be a human instead of a productivity robot. If I've made any sort of progress today, then I am good. It was not a wasted day, okay? I did laundry. Did I fold it? Nah, but I did it. And that's one thing that I did more today than I had done yesterday. Boom. Progress. Good enough. We'll move on to the next thing tomorrow, okay? So again, protect your time with ruthless boundaries. Focus on energy management and give yourself peace by deciding you're good enough. These 3 pillars are the foundation of true work-life harmony. It's also possible that you have or know these foundational principles, and you might just need to sharpen the tools in the box. So try these 3 tips if you're just trying to, sharpen what you already know. Create a sacred pause button. That's for your boundaries. Create a sacred pause button. The world is designed to keep you scrolling, working, and consuming 24/7. Social media, our emails, our life, the way everything has been set up with technology, it is designed to grab your attention. So what you're going to want to do is set micro boundaries, okay? Do things like a 5-minute rule. Force yourself to wait before opening a work email. I saw the email pop up. I'm going to wait 5 minutes. Then I'll respond, or I'll just even decide if I want to respond. Do things like create the emotional equivalent to, are you sure you want to exit this program? When you go to quit, Microsoft Word or whatever else, or you get out of Chrome and it's like, are you sure you want to do that? And you have to make a decision. That's what you want to do with your micro boundary, where something shows up and you go, do I really want to do this emotionally? Or, you give yourself a pause so that you're not psychologically doing it without even considering the ramifications. Another thing you can do to create a boundary for your pause button is to take a lunch break shutdown. Okay, actually close your laptop or put down your phone for like 20 minutes. Actually decompress, take your time away from work, take your time away from whatever's happening. Okay, maybe try going outside or eat something that isn't from a vending machine. Okay, create a hard reset for your brain. That's what you're going to do when you create a pause button. Okay, the next thing you can try is the energy audit. This is where we do our energy management. Okay, our energy is like our phone battery. Some things are drainers, okay? The things that are like pointless emails or pointless meetings that definitely could have been sent an email, things that take up most of our energy, things that siphon way more than other programs, okay? There are certain things that run on a higher velocity that drain our battery faster. Then there are some things like low power mode, which is like, folding laundry while listening to a podcast, okay? Those do not require a lot of thought, a lot of energy, and you can do them with low battery. So plan your life accordingly to that. Think about how much is being drained where and when you have to recharge it, just like your phone. So for 2 days, notice what drains you and what then fills you back up. Pay attention to the vampires that are sucking you dry. Maybe that coworker that just needs one more minute, or saying yes to things you immediately regret. Those things suck your energy. And then, of course, you have chargers. What is charging your battery? Maybe a 10-minute walk, listening to your favorite song with the sound all the way up, or finishing a task instead of leaving it 90% done. Who knows, but do something that actually charges where you are. And then the final thing that you can do is the fine art of strategic quitting. Okay, this is really good. Society says quitting is for losers, but strategic quitting is for winners. Okay, so you quit things that suck the joy from your life. All right, quitting isn't a failure, it's curation. You're creating a place to include things that actually matter and ditching the things that don't. Okay, I'm going to quit that unhealthy social media following. I'm going to quit maybe that run group that I thought was cool, but I really, really hate it, and it steals my joy every time I step out of the house. I'm going to quit, maybe a subscription that I don't need, that I barely even watch anyway. I'm choosing to quit whatever situation I've put myself in that is sucking my joy. Okay, it is the ultimate act of adulting. You're essentially cleaning the closet for your soul. So quitting isn't failure, it's the curation of a safe place. So look, we've covered a lot of ground here. We've accepted that our lives are mildly chaotic and proved that work-life balance is a lie. We're replacing it with a framework for harmony based on boundaries, energy, and defining enough. And here's the deal. You're not going to fix this all in one day, okay? There is a lifelong practice of dropping the juggling balls and picking them back up, and sometimes just letting a few roll under the couch forever. But knowledge without action is just trivia. So that's really important, okay? So let's call it the Don't Be a Hero Challenge. For 1 week, I want you to pick up one of the 3 pillars mentioned and do the absolute bare minimum. Okay, implement one tech boundary or notice your energy. Maybe you simply pick one thing to be simply good enough with. The goal isn't to become a perfectly balanced Zen master at the end of the week. The goal is to be 1% less miserable than you were at the beginning. That's the win. Celebrate not being perfect. Doing one small thing for the week is how you build momentum. Okay, that was a huge, crazy revelation for me when I figured out how to appreciate the small stuff. How to be happy with the little things that have been created, okay? And it's not just, the personal things you do in your life, but sometimes it also is great with your relationships. Instead of expecting these big, grand moments, you appreciate the little stuff. I've mentioned it before, and for people that know me, one of my major love languages is gifts, okay? But I don't want the big, it's Christmas or Valentine's Day gift. That's not what fills my soul. It's the little things when I come home and I open the freezer and my husband has bought me my favorite ice cream, gold. Okay, it's little things like that. I learn to enjoy and be grateful for the small things that come out of what I'm doing. Because sometimes that's what it really is about as well. Gratitude. Gratitude can fuel joy. It's really, really hard to be joyful when you're ungrateful, because you're constantly looking at what you don't have. You're constantly looking at all the bad things that happen and hoping and praying that, it'll be different tomorrow. Oh, I'm just so unhappy with this. And why can't my life turn out like this? And why can't it be like X, Y, and Z? It doesn't have to be that way. You can find your small wins. You can enjoy doing the little things. You can find peace and harmony in the little victories, okay? Because little victories build up to big things. It's really important to have those little micro boundaries, because one day you'll look up and you'll have really strong personal boundaries and people will respect you on a large scale. So it started off small with my phone on Do Not Disturb as a micro boundary, but now I barely need my phone on Do Not Disturb. I could turn it off right now and it wouldn't matter, because people know not to call me, because they know Jasmine's not going to answer the phone. So if you start small, it can build into bigger things. And you need to make sure that you have plenty of energy to give back to the world. You want to make sure that you can be the best version of yourself. And perfection is not the goal, okay? Just to be one step better than yesterday is the ultimate goal. That is also how you have balance and harmony in your life. I'm not trying to make this perfect. I'm not trying to make this equal. I'm not trying to fit this puzzle together. That's not what we're doing, okay? Life doesn't have to be a jigsaw puzzle that you're trying to find the right pieces to go where. The goal is to set yourself up for success because you said, you know what? This thing brings me joy. I enjoy playing this certain video game, okay? And so I need to make time to do that. And if that means you got to schedule fun into your calendar, do so, okay? Because you deserve something that makes you happy and brings you joy. And one of the biggest things that can be struggled with is you think, oh, I'll just make it up later. Oh, I'm doing something busy now and it took away my time, so I'll make it up later. That's not how that works. That's not how you find harmony, okay? It's not tick for tat, okay? It's my energy is draining. I'm struggling with where I'm at, and I need to hit the pause button. I need to make space for what I need to make space for, and then I need to actually do something that fills my cup. Wake up in the morning and watch the sunrise, okay? Go take a walk. Go read your favorite book. I'm a movie buff. I love when I have an opportunity to be like, hey, my husband's got my kid. I'm going to the movie by myself. I love doing that. I love going to the movies by myself. And it's a recharge moment. Okay, I don't have anybody calling my name. I don't have any work to do. This is 2 to 3 hours of just zen. And you want to create those little pockets in life so that you now have harmony in how you function with your work, your job, what you require to function, and then how you live the rest of your life. Again, doing one small thing is how you build momentum. Work-life balance may be a lie, but finding peace in the chaos isn't. Okay, it is possible to find peace in chaos. The world is always going to be chaotic. The world is never balanced. So you can't expect your life to be balanced, but you can find peace in that chaos. This is achievable. So stop trying to balance the scales and try to have it all, because you're not going to be able to have it all. Start trying to simply keep most of the marbles together. Okay? I look at stuff with my kid every day and I go like, I'm in the middle of potty training, okay? And I would love for my kid to be potty trained, and I would love for it to be something that could be done in like two weeks to a month. It would be great. And you have these epic parents out there that are like, oh yeah, my kid was potty trained in a week and I pulled it off. Good for you. That is clearly not going to be the path I take with my child. But it's really cool because I take the little win when she does use the bathroom once, maybe twice that day. Total win, total balance in the chaos, because it is chaotic to get her to sit and not want to play and do all these other things. And you know what? If she pees 1 or 2 times, I have not lost all of my marbles. Maybe only a couple of them. That's what you're trying to do, to find peace in the chaos and just keep most of your sanity. All right? So if this episode made you feel slightly better about your life, tell a friend, or maybe even an enemy. Who knows? They might need it more than you. Now, go be imperfect. It's way more fun. Remember, you don't need permission to be great. And this is your call to rise, to reclaim your power, and to step boldly into the life you were meant to live. I believe extraordinary potential lives in all of us. The dreams we've tucked away, the voice that was softened, and the fire that's been waiting to burn bright. This journey isn't about fitting into someone else's mold. It's about shattering expectations and embracing your truest, most unapologetic self. No more shrinking or waiting for permission. The world needs your brilliance, your resilience, and your unique light. It's time to stop asking, am I enough? And start declaring, I am more than enough. Your next chapter begins now. Let's write it with courage, audacity, and unshakable belief in who you are. The unstoppable person isn't born, they're awakened. And that person is you. Now go start your revolution. This world needs your unshaken light today.